children, and today I am going to show you the structure of the ear, human ear. And the human ear, it is having mainly three parts, and the one part is this is the outer ear or pinna. This is the outer ear or pinna, and I'll show you from here. You can see now it's clear. This is the outer ear or pinna, and see, this is the opening of it. This is the opening of it. So this is the outer ear or pinna, and this pinna collects the sound waves, all right, and directs it into a canal, and that canal is known as auditory canal. You see, children, see, this is the pencil. This is the pencil. You see this opening, you can see here. So this is the opening of the ear, and this opening of the ear leads, or it comes or enters into the auditory canal. So this is the auditory canal, and this auditory canal, it is a oblique canal, and which has hairs and the glands, and this gland secretes ear wax, and so the dust particle and all, they are trapped when they come along with the air, so they are trapped into that. And then now this part is the middle ear. This part is the middle ear, and in middle ear there are three small bones. I am going to take out this. So three small bones, and these small bones, they are anvil, stirrup and malleus. So this is the malleus, this is the anvil and stirrup. You see, one bone is here. You can see, it's very clear, and all these bones, they are in connection with each other. All these bones, they are in connection with each other, and here at the end of this Eustachian tube, at the end of the tympanum, this is the opening, then this is the auditory canal, and at the end of the auditory canal, from where the middle ear starts, a membrane is stretched, and this membrane is known as tympanum. It is highly stretched membrane. So when the air comes from this opening, it comes into the canal, and then this tympanum vibrates, and that vibration is received by this ear ossicles or the ear bones. So this is the malleus. So malleus vibrates, then the incus vibrates, and then the stirrup vibrates, isn't it? And then here at the end of the middle, so this is the middle ear. So at the end of the middle ear, there is a round window or oval window, isn't it? So these membranes, these bones, they vibrate, and then there is one tube here you see, which is connected to the middle ear, and this is known as Eustachian tube. This is known as Eustachian tube. So it connects ear to the throat. Sometimes you might have experienced that when you put ear drop, it comes in your mouth. So actually what happens? It comes from here and through this ischian tube it gets into, because this is connected to the throat, and this equalizes pressure, air pressure on both sides. Here is the tympanum. So this ischian tube equalizes the air pressure on both the side of the tympanum, this side and this side. If more, so more air pressure is there, so it will through this tube it will get into the throat or mouth. Now what happens, that this vibration goes into the inner ear. You know, ear is the organ for hearing as well as for balance also. So in the inner ear two structures are there, and this is a bony cavity. Inner ear is a bony cavity, and the space between the this cavity is filled with perilymph. And in the inner ear two structures are there, semicircular canals and the other shell shaped cochlea, shell of the snail. Inner ear there are two structures, three semicircular canals and cochlea. Cochlea, the shape of the cochlea is just the shell of the snail, 2.5 round, isn't it? So these semicircular canals, they are connected to cochlea, and they have sensory cells, and they maintain the static equilibrium of the body. Then cochlea is a spirally coiled tube, and as I told you that it consists of 2.5 turns, and it has 3 chambers, and the middle chamber is having a fluid, endolymph, and the upper and the lower chambers, they contain perilymph, and in this only there is a receptor organ for hearing, and that is known as organ of Corti. So this organ of Corti, it is having sensory cells, and these sensory cells, when all this vibration reaches up to here, so it converts into the nerve impulses, and these nerve impulses are taken into the brain through the auditory nerve. Alright, so auditory nerve takes this, and then after that this makes the human ear to hear the or differentiate between the different sounds. So this structure is very clear, it is given very clear in your book also. So you will study this and you will draw the diagram and you will write the comments. Thank you very much.